Ugly Pie. Ugly Pie by Lisa Wheeler. Illustrated by Heather Solomon. Narrated by Papa. Old Bear woke up one morning with a hankering for pie. And not just any pie. Ugly pie. But the only ugly thing he had in his kitchen was some gooey, sweet molasses. It tasted just fine, but it wasn't what Old Bear was itching for. So, with a heap of hope and a hitch of his britches, Old Bear went off in search of ugly pie. As he walked along, he sang a song. Sweet molasses, my oh my, I'm itching for some ugly pie. When Old Bear came to Grandpa Grizzle's house, he paused for a little sniff. My, oh my, do I smell ugly pie? Grandpa Grizzle opened his front door. I don't have no ugly pie, but you should give my pie a try. My pleasing pumpkin pie. Well, that sure is one plump and pleasing pie, Old Bear said, but I'm just itching, truly itching, for some ugly pie. Yeah, the only things I got in my kitchen are these ugly wrinkled raisins, said Grandpa, but they're yours if you want them. Old Bear thanked Grandpa Grizzle, popping a raisin into his mouth, and he continued on his way. As he walked along, he sang a song. Ruby raisins not too dry, sweet molasses, my oh my, but I'm still itching, sniffing, wishing for some ugly pie. Soon Old Bear stood in front of the home of Ma Hickory and her two cubs, Snip and Snarl. His nose gave a little twitch. My oh my, do I smell ugly pie? Snip and Snarl opened the door. We don't have no ugly pie, but you should give Ma's pie a try. Her righteous rhubarb pie. Well, that sure is one righteous pie, Old Bear said, but I'm just itching, truly itching, for some ugly pie. Well, the only thing I have in my kitchen are these sour green apples, said Ma Hickory, but they're yours if you want them. Well, Old Bear thanked the Hickory family, dropped the apples into his pockets, and hurried on his way. And as he walked, he sang a song. Got the apple of my eye, ruby raisins not too dry, sweet molasses, my oh my, but I'm itching, twitching, wishing for some ugly pie. In a short while, Old Bear came to the home of Sweet Cicely. He sighed a little sigh. My, oh my, do I smell ugly pie? Sweet Cicely opened the door. I don't have any ugly pie, but you should give my pie a try. My heavenly honey pie. Well, that sure is one honey of a pie, Old Bear said, but I'm just itching, truly itching, for some ugly pie. Well, the only things I got in my kitchen are these bumpy brown walnuts, said Sweet Cicely, but they are yours if you want them. Well, Old Bear thanked Sweet Cicely, and he slipped the walnuts into his bag, and he headed on home. And as he walked, he sang a song. I got apples, raisins too, nuts, molasses, but I'm blue. Nothing else will satisfy my craving for some ugly pie. Well, back at home, Old Bear slumped into his kitchen. He unpacked the wrinkled red raisins. Those sure are some ugly raisins. He unpacked the sour green apples. These are the ugliest apples I've ever seen. He unpacked the bumpy brown walnuts. And what am I supposed to do with such ugly walnuts? Old Bear scratched his head. Walnuts. Wait a minute. Ugly apples, raisins too, sweet molasses, nuts, wahoo! Got an itch to satisfy, gonna bake some ugly pie. Then Old Bear commenced to a chopping and a mixing and a stirring and a fixing and a rolling and a making an ugly pie fit for bacon. And quicker than you can say Granny Smith, Old Bear's den filled with a taste bud tempting aroma. His nose twitched, his toes itched, his heart sang, his doorbell rang. Ding dong. Old Bear opened his door, and there stood Grandpa Grizzly, Ma Hickory, Snip, Snarl, and Sweet Cicely. My, oh my, they called. Do we smell pie? Well, not just any pie, Old Bear said. Ugly pie. And I'm just itching, truly itching, for a passel of neighbors to share it with. Apples, nuts, red raisins too. We love ugly pie, we do. We're so glad that we could try Old Bear's scrumptious, truly wondrous, beautiful ugly pie. Wahoo! The end. Wah, 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 wah.